Have you had animals or insects in your house that have either caused damage or provided a nuisance? A change to the Maine property disclosure form means that you need to disclose that to a prospective buyer. Now, is that a major problem? It's Maine. In the winter, we have a lot of animals and rodents that will come inside a house, and so it's not uncommon. It's something that we see quite often. But because they could cause damage or the presence that they're there might mean a buyer wants to investigate it more deeply when they go to do inspections on your house, make sure you disclose. If this is found after the fact and it's proven that you knew about it, you could be held liable for any damage or any failure to disclose. Remember, when in doubt, we want to disclose it, and this was always required, but now the form asks you the question. It's really to remind you as a seller, was there ever damage caused by animals or insects that you should share about? If you're a buyer, let's make sure we look at that. I had a buyer recently where they discovered after they bought the house that there were bats hiding in the attic. And this was something the sellers hadn't disclosed. And so we had to go back and work out a solution to get it addressed. Had the sellers told us they had a history of bats, we would have done a closer inspection. When bats are hibernating, they're hard to find because usually you find them as a result of the guano that they leave on the roof or in the eaves or in invisible places. But when they're hibernating, they can often hide behind insulation and other places. So had we known that there was a history, an inspector, or we could have had a specialist come in and look more specifically for them. If there's a history of rats or insects or other things, we might contact a pest control expert to take a look and give you quotes for what it would cost to have something fixed or have something treated in a preventative manner. Pests, they're normal. They want to come in, especially in the cold months when they want to get warm. So let's make sure that if you're a seller, we're making the disclosure, and if you're a buyer, we're investigating. For Demetria's team, the real estate group, this is Aaron Chadbourne.